everybody. This is what our morning routine is. Mommy gets up, makes me breakfast, and then we snuggle. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today I am gonna let you in on a little secret. Yeah, I know. I don't know if you can hear that, but Parker's meowing. I'm going to show you probably one of the most expensive drawers I have in my entire place. You need a lot of stuff when you move out and you live on your own and you just accumulate stuff, but you don't technically need to accumulate this stuff. And we all know fountain pens are expensive. They don't need to be. They don't need to be expensive, but they can be expensive. And the further you get into the hobby, the better you get at like rationalizing said purchases. And it tends to get expensive if you're in this for a while. But okay. There is another aspect of fountain pen life that is equally, if not more expensive, because while the, bits are not as expensive as most fountain pens, the sum of its parts are more expensive and easier to justify. So let's just get to it, shall we? I'm going to open up my drawers. That sounds bad. I'm going to open up my drawers and let you take a look inside. Okay, so a little sneak peek behind the scenes here. This is kind of what I look at. Swords, Middle-earth map, usually Parker's butt, and then some Critical Role goodness. And right now, some distilled water because I have a humidifier because it's very dry in here. But these drawers underneath my printer and a picture of my nephew that's currently holding a bunch of unpainted D&D figures are what I'm talking about expensive-wise. So that's where I store some of my pens. I've already done my collection this year, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't seen it. But I mean, these are probably the most expensive drawers that I have. That's just a random assortment of cables and stuff. I keep most of my accessories in here. And then this one is not necessarily anything to do with fountain pens. It's just every other stationery stuff and my wax stuff. But that bottom drawer is what today is all about. And I am actually going to get off my chair and we're going to sit on the floor. Right, hon? Do you want to open it for them? You're kind of in the way now, babe. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. It's not even fully open. I got to scooch back a little. All right, that's the sound I was looking for. So this is all of my ink. And this is a pared down collection of said ink. But this is the way that I store it. It's not the best, but it is what it is, and it's the only space I have for it. So that's that. In the very front is all of my ink samples, which I used to have hundreds of, literally. But I have implemented a rule where I can no longer have more ink samples than what the vial holder holds, which is like 40 something. I don't remember precisely how many, but about that. So that is definitely a rule that I have actually stuck to and followed. Parker wants them. So I have my Troublemaker ink up front in plastic bottles. What's nice about these guys is that they do say what they are on top. So I have petrichor, abalone, and uh, kelp tea. Don't really know how to pronounce that. Let me see if I can move. I'm going to move this a little bit. See if I can zoom out some. There we go. A little bit. A little bit. And then I'll just start with these. So this is a Benetousi fountain pen ink. Tasia is Benetousi, sorry. No, it's not even that one. It's Kwame. Sure. Uh, then I've got some Diamine. This is Handel. It's their music collection. I actually have two more of these over here. So I have Evergreen from Diamine and Cappadocia. This is Galen Leather's exclusive. Since I'm on the Diamine, I also have Writer's Blood because it's amazing. It's the best ink ever. And then I have Pen Ventures Desert Rose, which is in its box, which is strange because I don't typically keep the boxes, but there it is. And then I also have some of the little ones. So Neptune Blue, Earl Grey, Ancient Copper, and Oxford Blue. I got Mont Blanc Red Chalk, William Shakespeare Velvet Red, and then Antoine St. Uxbury. These are the only ones for whatever reason I keep in boxes. James Purdy and Sons Cigar, and my favorite single malt, which is almost empty. Not that you can quite tell, but you know, I have a spare. It's back there. I got some KWZ honey. I've got KWZ Northern Twilight, which was originally Toronto Skipja's fountain pen for 2016, but it did come back a couple times. It smells like coffee, which is one of my all-time favorite inks. I have one Robert Oster Fire and Ice. This is just straight up Pilot Blue. Not one I use often, but a pretty good ink. I have two Noodler's inks. I have Golden Brown and Pecan. I have three Pilot Iroshizuku for now. I have Shinkai. I want to get two of the new ones. Try that out. Tsukiyo, because those new inks look amazing. And Sakushi, although the new one's pretty close to Sakushi, I've heard. This is just an empty vial I use for flushing out my pen sometimes. I have one Diatramentis. This is Cola. Another Diamine, my beloved Polar Glow. Absolutely dynamite. I have a whole bunch of Dominant Industry inks. So this is Chicken in the Sky with Diamonds. Kind of like a teal-ish color. Then I have Ginger Chicken with some sparkles, these shimmeries. And then I have Tuna and Olives, which is a green-ish color. Then I have Tuna Gray, which, fun fact, is a gray. And then I have regular Ginger Chicken with no sparkles. Then I have, of course, SBRE Brown ink. An amazing ink. I have Ledite. This is one of the oldest inks that I have, and it is dynamite. Then I have some Ferris Wheel Brown. This is Writing Desk. This is a Wonder Pens exclusive. Then I have Steeped Umber and my Amaze Storied Blue. Again, I don't keep boxes too often, but these boxes are just gorgeous, and I love them, so I keep them. Then to get into some Lamy, I have 3 Lamy. I have turquoise, and I have, oh shoot, what's the other one called? They're so similar. Aquamarine, I think, or something like that. They're so similar in color, and I get them confused all the time. And then I have the, shoot, I'm forgetting, Pink Cliff, or not Pink Cliff, whichever was the purple one that came out with Pink Cliff. Pink Cliff is the blue one. This is the one that like everybody was trying to like see if it was like dark lilac before they came out with dark lilac again. But I actually like that color better. Then I have some sailors. So I have Sailor Manyo Kikyu. I have 2 of like the just straight up numbers, 224 and 123. These inks are very, very like pale, but they change like properties, which is kind of cool. And then I have Sailor Tea Time. This is a very, very dark brown. It's just a tiny little bottle, but I really like it. I don't use it too often. And again, I've kept this bottle. It's only a 20 ml bottle. I kept this box story because I like the look of it. And then I got some Pen Flush and my backup bottle of James Purdy and Sons single malt that I haven't used. Yes, I know, honey, that I haven't used yet. But I keep it because I need it. So that, my friends, my family, is one of the most expensive drawers that I have because ink is kind of expensive. It can range anywhere from like $5 to $50 to $100, depending on what the ink is, whether you're buying it new or secondhand. But it's so much easier to justify, and you can just get them all the time. That is a pared down collection. I used to have way more, but I tried to be much more condensed and choosy over my ink. But the new Pilot Iroshizuku inks, Rika, which looks very, very similar to Konpeki, sort of like an in-between Konpeki and Tsukiyo, which is going to be interesting. And the new like purpley brownish one that kind of looks really similar to Sakushi, which would be interesting to see, but I'm definitely going to pick those up, try them out. Let me know how many ink bottles you have. Did you go overboard with them this year? I have to go pay attention to Parker because she's not having any of this. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe, check out the link in the description for my Patreon if you would like to help further support me and what I do on this channel. But regardless, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.